Your exclusive home of Utah Jazz basketball is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Lowry driving to the rim, packed it right on the grill of Draymond Green. My goodness, Lowry Markkanen, you are a mean, filthy man. Keontae with a round ball robbery. Keontae across the half court, scoops to Collier, attacking Hield, gets it blocked from behind. Anderson picks it up, kicks to Key, three ball good. Kicks back to Anderson, 5 on the clock. He goes to work on Santos, into the purple paint with 4. Wiggles, finds Lowry at the rim for the dunk with 0.2 seconds left on the clock.
You're locked into JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Check it out every Tuesday night on KSL 5. It's the NBA on NBC.
Have you seen Ben Anderson's
Ghost.com.
NBA on NBC trucker hat?
Yeah.
Instagram tried to pitch that to me, and I was really close. I was like, that is a sweet hat.
It is.
Ben got it, and I was like, well, I can't do it now. Now I look like I'm copying off of Ben. It's not a good. He's not a bad person to copy off style-wise. Jake Scott, though, joining us on the program right now. He's the king of style at the station, if you're going to ask anybody. So, Jake joining us, of course. He's pre, half, and post, Utah Jazz. Jake, welcome to the program, man. I was thinking about how David Locke's life has gotten a lot more fun when you have some consistency out of Keontae George, and you get a lot of scoring out of these young guys now, and they're not turning into a lot of wins right now, and certainly not a lot of defense, but this team's been a lot more fun to watch this year. Would you agree, or are you – I know you like to pump the brakes on small successes when it's the long game we're trying to play.
Well, I don't think I've ever heard the name David Locke and fun in the same sentence. So that's
You're exactly right, actually.
That's a thing. And I am by far not the best styled at the station. I have my own unique style, yes, but I'll leave that to the TV people. I think there are little things to be encouraged. I mean, if we really want to look on the broad, I don't think they predicted Keontae George would be quite this good.
Yeah.
And so him going out and having some of these nights and really showing CJ Miles was on with us the other night for the entire pregame show, which was super cool.
That's fun, yeah.
CJ is Keontae's godfather. CJ and Keontae's dad grew up together and played together in high school.
What are the odds?
And so CJ, I know, right? Isn't that wild?
That's wild.
So CJ is pretty dialed in on the Keontae journey, and he was just talking about how all the little things have clicked, like the effort, what you've got to do, but right down to little tricks, to be able to put your defender in positions where they can't possibly defend, little stuff like that. And I think it's pretty. I think it's the biggest story of the season so far with the Jazz is Keontae turning out to be a dude. I know it's like a cliche now, but everybody goes back and goes, oh, dude, if you redraft that draft, it goes like Wemby Keontae. But it is kind of true. I mean, it really is.
It is now,
yeah, it is kind of true. I mean, I think he gets clowned a little too much by people on defense. I think I'm not going to call him Gary Payton or anything, but I think he's maybe a better defender than a lot of people give him credit. Again, I don't think he's going to, shut down the other team's best player by any means, but at times in critical moments, he's had some good defensive possessions. So, yeah, I mean, if you're watching Keontae every night, you're probably feeling pretty good. I think Ace Bailey has been really good the last, I don't know, what do you guys want to say?
Yeah, a couple weeks for sure. He's had a great run, yeah.
Especially since he came back from that little injury he had.
And this sounds weird and very anti-me, but, he's been a little bit more selfish, which you kind of like, right?
Yeah.
Go down and hunt a shot that maybe has, guys like Coach Lacombe going, ooh, I don't know. But he, finds a way to make it because he can get his shot off and he's so, long. Those types of things I think Jazz fans should be encouraged because they've got, regardless of what happens at trade deadline or whatever next year's pick it turns out to be, a few of these guys have got to hit. I mean, that's the key with the rebuild. You got to hit. Oklahoma City got Shea. Yeah, that's great. But, they hit in other places, right? They hit with Lou Dort, who was undrafted. They hit with Chet, who was, top 5?
Yeah, number 2.
They hit with Jalen, brother of Cody Williams, and he was 12, 13, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, you gotta hit on these dudes, 2 or 3, and then start moving out of the rebuild. And I think you can safely start throwing Keontae in the hit category. Obviously Lowry's there. I thought, Walker was well on his way to being a hit. So, you got to hit on 2 or 3 of these regardless of where they're picked. And probably good news that one of them's Keontae George. And I think another one is going to be Ace Bailey, but he's still, he's still a rookie.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that, though, too. And you're right. You hit on number 16 in a draft. That can have a massive impact on what you're trying to do. And what do you think, what impact does Keontae hitting have on their future? Because you mentioned you got to have those guys, but to be able to hit at number 16, to be able to hit on a point guard, which we were unsure Keontae was going to be, how does that speed up what the Jazz are doing right now or impact what their rebuild looks like?
Well, in the media, it means they're going to have to start finding excuses not to play him, probably, which is unfortunate, honestly. But it means, okay. Let's put it this way. Think back to a previous rendition with the Jazz where you had Carlos Boozer, Mehmet Okur, and Darren Williams. That was your big 3 to use a cliche, and other parts of the team obviously have to be there too. But that's going to be the focus of your team. And
those 3 guys played in All-Star games.
You got to have 3 dudes. Even if they're not scorers like Clay, Steph, and Draymond, even if they're playing different roles, Michael Scotty and Dennis Rodman, it doesn't necessarily mean 3 scorers, but 3 dudes that you build around. And if Keontae is one of those guys, I mean, that's a huge notch off the list, right? I mean, getting one of those 3 guys, however you do it, is not an easy thing to do. I think if you look at the Donovan and Rudy's teams, I don't think they ever found the 3rd dude, right? So it's easier said than done. And if you feel like Keontae's taken that kind of step and is one of those guys, I mean, that's a huge relief, because then you find 2 more, and maybe those 2 more are on the roster or whatever. Then you're kind of off to hopefully contention land. So having one of those slots filled is a huge deal.
The Jazz are the worst defensive-rated team in the league. They give up the most points per game. Hey, but guess who comes into town? Another really bad defending team, the Brooklyn Nets, coming to town tonight. That's a team who has even fewer wins than the Jazz do this year. How does tonight shape up with the Nets coming into town, and what's the word on who might be missing tonight and who's going to be in? I know we haven't gotten the final – I don't think we've gotten the final injury report yet, but what are the possibilities?
No Lowry tonight. Or the report in front of me. No Lowry. I think no Nurk. I think they're resting. But as far as tonight's game goes, and I've said this before, but I don't know if either of you guys watch South Park. If you've ever seen the baseball South Park where they're playing Little League and they're really tired of it and want it just to be over and to get on with their summer, and so they go to the Little League World Series. And they start playing against these other teams that, lo and behold, everybody is trying to lose. So this story turns into, who can lose the best, and, the team that loses is cheering, as opposed to, and the South Park guys are like, oh, we got to go. We're on to the next round. Brooklyn and the Jazz, it's going to be a little bit of that. Although I did see, I think, anyway, you guys correct me, I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to play. So maybe at least he's not on the injury report anywhere I saw. So that they won't intentionally rest their best player, I guess, and who knows, we'll see. But as far as the defense goes, really quick, honestly, I've seen the Jazz get dragged a bunch online about this. Oh, their last play. Do you realize that their starting and best center is Yusuf Nurkic, who wasn't a good defensive player when he was in his early 20s? let alone, at this stage in his career. And hey, we all love the triple doubles, and he's got, he does some things for you, but, be a rim protector and play defense is not one of them. And then when he doesn't play, who's the guy at the rim? We're either talking Kyle Filipowski, who is not a center, and Will Hardy has mentioned that repeatedly because I'm pretty sure he feels bad for the guy. He's like, I'm putting him out there to get dunked on by every big in the league.
I know, he's getting pushed around by Draymond. It's like, come on, this kid, he doesn't need this right now.
Dude, hey, Kyle, go give us some minutes on Wemby. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not fair, honestly. And then Kevin Love is your other option, who's never been a center a day in his life, even when he was in his 20s in a rebounding machine. And then here's my favorite one, which we'll probably see tonight. The next big after that is Kyle Anderson, who would describe himself to you as a point guard. So listen, everybody can get better defensively, right? Like Bryce Sensabaugh to stay in the league has got to get better defensively.
Yeah.
Keontae's got to get better. Whatever, young players got to get better defensively. But if your only available big is Kyle Filipowski, it's going to be a layup line. No offense to Phil, but it's going to be a layup line all night. So I don't know. That number is really skewed to me. Plus, they're not really trying to win, and so what's the best way to win is go out and guard. So it's just not a priority.
So I was looking because I saw last night that Michael Porter Jr. went off against the Nuggets. He had like 38 and 10.
Highly motivated.
But he ruled himself out for personal reasons today. So not going to be playing.
Okay, so he is out. All right.
Yeah, for personal reasons. I don't know, whatever that is. But it is what it is. He's not going to be playing tonight, so that's at least a benefit, I think, for the sake of being able to get some back there. But he's Jake Scott. You're going to hear him in about 2 hours from now. 6:30 I think is when the pre kicks off today, and it's going to be a home game, of course, across the street at Delta Center from our place. And so, Jake, as usual, man, we appreciate you coming on the program and helping us out through this thing. Did you get to say a hearty adieu to Hans today?
Oh, you know what? I didn't see him today because they were on remote.
Yeah,
and I got to see him yesterday and the day before, and got to say goodbye. I said a little something on the air today, but oh man, Hans and I go back a long way, and I loved working with him. That guy, he's larger than life. And speaking of basketball, real quick, give Hans a shout out. When we first hired him, he knew nothing about basketball, guys. He didn't grow up a basketball fan. He just didn't. He's a football wrestler. Didn't know he was going to do sports radio in Salt Lake. That dude poured everything he had into figuring out basketball because we got in his ear and said, "You got to know how to talk about the Jazz." Said, "Okay," and just went all at it, and he's done it with a bunch of different stuff since then. But just kind of an example of how seriously he took what he did, and how good he was at it. So, man, I know I speak for most of, or for all of us when I say we're gonna miss that big guy. That's for sure.
Yeah,
won't be the same.
Jake, we appreciate it. Good luck tonight with the coach on the pre-half and post, and we'll be listening in. We appreciate you joining us, man, as always.
Anything for you guys.
Thanks, Jake.
There you go, Jake Scott. Yeah, station, man. Everybody's like, you kind of do this like existential thing, like what's going on right now? Hans is leaving radio. What's even the meaning of life right now, man? So we had a little bit of that moment this week where we all looked at each other and went, "Oh, I guess it's real."
Everybody have a slice of pie in memory of Hansel's.
Well, he's still with us, but it is going to be the Hans Olsen Memorial Studio.
Well, we're looking for a new sponsor, so now that Hans is doing what he's doing, we're going to have Hans sponsor the Zone Studios.
Back in the day, Ethan Millard and myself, when we were hosting Nightside on KSL News Radio, we called it the Dick Norse Memorial Studio, and we got in trouble. They're like, "He's not dead," and you're like, "I know, but
doesn't work here anymore."
I know, and I think maybe it was because Doug Wright wanted it to be his studio. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's what really was
probably
going on.
What it was, yeah. All right, we'll take another break. We'll come right back. We've got more around the corner. Stay with us. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All the latest news and notes from the league and the locals in the NFL. JJ and Alex bring you the NFL Blitz on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, live from the Boat Show. Right here at Mountain America Expo Center in Sandy. Don't short it, though, JJ. It's the Boat Show and Water Sports Expo.
Got to include both. It's
throw
more
both
than just boats.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you right now, if you're in the business, or if you're shopping for a boat right now, like, I know that sometimes you look and you go, yeah, they said show pricing, but, and then some people get on and go, we saved you money by not going to the boat show, and it's like, no. The manufacturers incentivize the heck out of these dealers to cut some prices here, man. So get down here, and if you're a boat person, even if you're not, become one. Did you see there's a hair extensions place here? I don't know.
They got it all here.
That might be the first for me. Is that a water situation? Like, it won't come off on the boat?
You got to look good out on the boat. You see the social media posts.
JJ,
You get the boat, and then you got to look good on the boat.
Have you seen, like, I want to go full Landon Donovan and get the...
Oh, my. I don't think you ever want to go full Landon Donovan. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Google Landon Donovan hair.
It's amazing. It's flowing. It doesn't look right, but it's flowing.
It's hair.
I could glue that. There's like a full red wig over there. I could glue that on top of the old head.
Why not?
See what's going on.
That'd be a wild look for you.
Hey, NFL Roundup. That's what that music, of course, means. And we're 1 week away from the Super Bowl. I did definitely some guys talking some S here at the show. And by S, I mean Seattle Seahawks. You're right. I mean, these guys were like, oh. Yeah, like, these guys come around. Everybody's got their team.
Yeah.
But we start talking about it because I have my little boys here, and they're like, who do you guys want to see win the Super Bowl? And I was like, oh, the Seahawks. And they're like, pfft. And then I'm like, all right, let me hear your team. 49ers, Broncos. I'm
a Broncos fan, and I'm tired of the Patriots being there.
I know.
So, yeah, go Seahawks. Why not?
Well, that's what he's asking. He goes, I'm a 49ers fan. Should I cheer against the NFC West foe, or should I hate on the Patriots? I go, it depends on what your hate level of the Patriots is.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, they were worse than the Chiefs. It's hard to watch the Chiefs have success, and you rooted against them for a long time as a Broncos fan.
Brady and Belichick are no longer with the Patriots. It feels like a new era. It doesn't feel like the Patriots, but
yeah,
the brand is still there. The helmets are still there. The logo's still staring at me, and I'm like, come on, man. Like I gave that little bit of trivia, I think, earlier in the week. The last time either the Patriots or the Chiefs weren't playing in the conference championship game was 2010.
Right. Yeah.
When the Steelers and Jets played in the AFC championship. We have Chiefs fatigue for sure, so it was nice to see them take a step back.
Oh, that was Sly's Super Bowl year, by the way.
It was.
Yeah.
But the Patriots being back in it just brings it all back. So I don't want to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I've seen that before.
Okay, I've got in front of me.
Go Seahawks.
I found a. I love to hear that. Hey, pull that drop, Annapolis. Future use.
Well, that was a mistake.
Go Seahawks. It did have a little bit of reservation behind it. It was like, go Seahawks.
I mean, yeah, you didn't see 100% commitment there, did you?
Kind of swallowed hard after that. You're like,
go Seahawks just for the next 10 days.
Yeah. So I've got in front of me since it's the 60th Super Bowl, I've got the all Super Bowl team in front of me. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. This is your offense. And they went into it, and they kind of went first, second, and honorable mention. Starter, backup, and then they have the depth chart. So, quarterback. Tell me if you have a beef with this at all. Tom Brady, number 1.
No.
Joe Montana, number 2.
No.
Patrick Mahomes, right. Your backup.
Interesting.
You could make an argument for your guy, John Elway.
Yes, he appeared in a lot of them.
You can make an argument for Troy Aikman, who showed up and just won Super Bowls.
John Elway played in 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Won 2 of them.
Troy Aikman played in 3 of them and won all 3.
That's correct.
And
didn't have crazy stats.
No, because I'll tell you why. Because the number 1 running back on the list is Emmitt Smith. And I don't hate that pick either. Your guy, TD. Terrell Davis getting on the Terrell Davis making it on the list. Franco Harris for Pittsburgh named to the
as he should.
Backup. They only put 1 fullback on the list, and it's the only fullback that deserves to be named ever anymore. Larry Zonka. He was on the all face mask team too, by the way.
Absolutely.
That won the 2 bars and the bullhorn on it. Loved that thing. Lynn Swann at wideout. Jerry Rice at wideout. Julian Edelman at wideout. Backups, Cliff Branch. That's, of course, during the 70s run for John Madden's Raiders. And then John Stallworth, also on the list. Art Shell at left tackle. Talk about old school. Orlando Pace for the Raiders. I mean, for the it was
the Rams.
It was the Rams. Sorry. And then Gene Upshaw, also during the John Madden times, and then Nate Newton. How about that? Nate Newton, is he still with us? Don't look it up. I think he. By the way, he looks very different if he is. Well, obviously, if he's passed away, he would look very different. Sorry. What?
Nate Newton is still with us.
Yeah.
Is he not with society?
Well, no. I mean, he lost a ton of weight. Looks good. All right. Centers, Mike Webster and Creed Humphrey. Larry Little, right guard from the Miami Dolphins. Mark Schlereth. That's one of your old Bronco guys, right? So this
Stink.
Is, there you go. So that's a big one.
Good to have a Bronco on the list.
So who else do we have here? Oh, and then Gronk, of course, at tight end. Travis Kelce, the backup.
That's pretty easy.
That's
two.
an easy one. Anthony Munoz and Forrest Gregg, your other side of the tackle side of things. Now, here's your defense. Did you have any problems with those guys on the list, by the way? You had to really weigh out a lot of the old school.
Well, you got 60
years.
Super Bowls. I mean, you had to, and especially on the offensive line, it's very heavy 70s.
Yes.
And Forrest Gregg, obviously, with the Packers, dynasty in the 60s.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate that.
I'll tell you
back then, you watch all that old NFL films and you see those guys, and how often do we highlight offensive linemen like we did back in the day?
I'll tell you that the defense is actually heavy, older school.
Makes sense.
Reggie White at D end.
Yeah.
Richard Dent on the other side. Joe Green at defensive tackle. Manny Fernandez.
From the University of Utah.
That's right. How about Reggie Kinlaw, your nose tackle? By the way, also gone the way of the dodo, calling them nose tackles anymore. That's why they only listed one. Aaron Donald, the most contemporary, right? And then Randy White, a little old school Cowboys shout out there. Bruce Smith, you can't.
Played in 4.
You can't leave. That guy, they didn't lose Super Bowls because of Bruce Smith.
Right.
That guy is one of the best athletes that's ever been at that position. Elsie Greenwood, also from the Pittsburgh Steelers 70s
and the Miller
era.
Lite commercials.
That's right. Lawrence Taylor and Charles Haley. Oh, my. That's straight in my childhood.
Yeah,
Just
you've got to have
right
Lawrence Taylor first team for sure.
And Charles Haley, if you'll recall, if you've watched the Dallas Cowboys documentary, have you seen the Charles Haley part of that?
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious. But I think he has 5 Super Bowls.
He won Super Bowls with the Cowboys and the 49ers.
So Ray Lewis, inside linebacker, Derek Brooks for Tampa Bay, Von Miller and Jack Ham. That's a pretty good, nice little list there. Mel Blount and Lester Hayes, your cornerbacks. That's a heavy duty. That position could have been fought out by anybody.
Yeah.
Herb Adderley and Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders listed as the second string. That's pretty freaking good. Ronnie Lott at free safety with Willie Wood backing him up. Ed Reed, there you go. There's a little bit more new. And then Darren Woodson, also a guy who's a little bit more contemporary. There is your all 60 or your Super Bowl 60
some
all-time
great
team.
Names, man. A lot of Hall of Famers.
Anybody on these two teams that you look at and go, those people could be on the list at some point, or even could be in the NFL Hall of Fame right now.
We're talking about the Seahawks and the Patriots.
Seahawks, Patriots, people who could be in the Hall of Fame on any of those rosters.
Well, I think Jackson Smith and Jigba could be on his way.
Cooper Kupp had
he was a Super Bowl MVP, right?
He was, I think, was he a league MVP too? No. But he had 1,900 yards one year, right?
He had a special year, yeah.
He's been All-Pro at least twice. And so, and he's like, isn't that crazy that Cooper Kupp's in his 30s?
32.
And he's looked at like the veteran wideout now.
Yep.
I mean,
he was the Super Bowl MVP.
How many yards does he have in his career?
Total? My gosh.
Yeah.
You'll
never touch Jerry Rice anymore. That's just one of those things I don't think he'll ever get clipped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think that I do think that you got to let some wideouts into this thing, and from a careers perspective, oh man,
he's only at 8,369, 59 touchdowns.
A little bit more meat on that bone. You
got work to do.
Yeah.
But Cooper Kupp, Super Bowl MVP. If we're just talking about all-time Super Bowl team,
I could be there.
Then
could be there.
He's going to get some recognition.
If he has a really good one for Seattle, which I know he's not wideout one, but
Well, that would probably put him over the top,
Yeah, 'cause then
especially
it's
at
like-
this stage of his career.
Yeah, with two different teams.
But look at the receivers you got at top is Lynn Swann, Julian Edelman,
yeah.
and Jerry Rice. Now, Lynn Swann wasn't the greatest Pittsburgh Steeler receiver of all time, but he was incredible in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. And then Julian Edelman was in 100 Super Bowls and probably has the most.
He made an incredible catch that helped
Yes.
the Patriots come back and beat the Falcons. That catch is one of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history.
Of all time. Yeah.
So it's tough to knock any of those guys off.
I was looking at this and I was wondering like with this list, you go, who gets left off of this thing? I don't have anybody in my head who should be still there. I mean, like, I guess Mahomes being the third quarterback on that list is something that probably a lot of people have a hard time swallowing that one. But, you
have to give him I'm a Broncos fan. I got to give him his credit.
Well, I know, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who are like, Joe Montana, I don't know. I think you probably saw more out of Patrick Mahomes, but you're like, no.
Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls and never lost one.
4-0.
And he was awesome in every single game. They
4-0.
dominated in those Super Bowls, with the exception of the Bengals one, and he led that game-winning drive at the end.
Right. No,
Joe
for sure.
Cool.
All right, we'll come right back. When we return, we're going to be speaking with Gus from Sundance Marine, and we're going to get you updated on the types of deals that Gus is going to roll out here for you. Okay, so stay right here with us. More to go. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Before we get out, I want to make sure and mention, too, Beehive Meals, of course, our big sponsor on the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week. What is that? Well, we open it up for you to nominate a youth sports volunteer in your neck of the woods for doing an awesome job. Somebody who goes unsung. That's what happens. Youth sports, a lot of times there's those volunteers who are just doing so much more to try to help out your kids to love sports. And if there's somebody in your neck of the woods that's doing it, a coach, a ref, a volunteer, a team mom, go to KSLSports.com/contests and nominate them today. And they will be, if they're nominated and they win, we read that nomination off on our show. We put them up on all the socials that we have. And then Beehive Meals hooks them up with the $250. So we'll come right back. More to go around the corner, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Accessing. When TV and radio collide.
Love it.
Wow. This is what you get. You're listening to JJ and Alex.
Don't touch that dial.
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Our top 10 right here on the program. We're going to chat with Gus in just a moment here from Sundance Marine out of Grand Junction, Colorado. Then he and JJ started to jam about your old days when you were in Market 147 at Grand Junction.
I wish it was 147.
Oh, is it lower?
I probably would have made more than $18,000 a year.
Everybody had to do their
Market 189.
Hey,
there's only 214 in the country or something like that.
Yeah. Where are those? Those are like
Montana.
In the Dakotas?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you doing your work down there, and then Gus is going to get you some deals here at the boat show. In the meantime, I have a top 10 here for you.
Sweet. Let's go.
I'm going to make Gus listen along here, too. Our top 10.
Gus can play if he wants.
All sports
I
related.
need all the help I can get.
JJ does pretty well, usually.
My brain's fried this week, if you couldn't tell.
What? You?
It's been a long week.
It is most weeks, but this one was especially.
Yeah.
All right, I've got in front of me the top 10 most profitable sports teams in the world.
Most profitable? What does that mean?
That means
we know about value, evaluation.
Yeah, like their value. It's not that. It's their year-on-year.
The money they're making.
They're pulling in. Yeah. So it's actually, it's kind of interesting because it's talking about operating income. So that money that they bring in, and that that's your, their sales of tickets and blah blah blah. Their stadium pull,
okay.
and then merch. Obviously, it's a big one too. So
we're all across the world. What's the limitation here?
The limitation is, I'll just tell you right now, it is across the world, but I will just give you a hint that there are actually no football clubs involved in this.
Really?
Yeah.
No soccer teams.
No soccer teams.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll leave it at that. But there are no. I'll just say there's no European soccer club at all.
All right.
And obviously that wouldn't
That's
mean
a shock.
anybody else. Yeah, I was kind of blown away too. Here we go. So you got 60 seconds on the clock. Our producer Alex is going to be hitting it up here. So on your mark, get set, go.
LA Lakers, Boston Celtics.
Hold on. Slow down.
Why?
Because I want to go. Because I want to take my time to go.
I'm not going to get them
It's
all
not
in.
cheating. Plus the list is hard to see. Okay, keep
Come
going.
on now.
No.
Turn Gus on. I need help here.
Okay.
Yankees, Mets, Dodgers,
Dallas Cowboys. Ding.
Pittsburgh Steelers. New York Giants. L.A. Rams.
Ding.
Okay. Seattle Seahawks. San Francisco 49ers.
Denver Broncos.
Wow.
I think. Oh, well.
New England Patriots.
Ding.
Okay.
Duke Blue Devils.
Hey, you have to include college nowadays.
I like that move, Gus. I like that move.
Alabama.
No.
What
Stop.
baseball team am I missing?
You can't cheat.
There's got to be a baseball team, right? No baseball? Am I missing hockey? New York Rangers.
Detroit Red Wings.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ding.
Gotcha.
All right.
Montreal Canadiens.
No, the timer went off.
It did?
It's a tough list.
Well, you wasted 20 seconds of my time.
Stop. You wouldn't have gotten these. That was the interesting thing about this list.
It's hard.
Okay, so let's go to number 10.
I listed every prominent franchise.
I know. Toronto Maple Leafs. This
Okay.
is operating income.
Proud I
don't
got
know
that
why.
one.
I don't know why this is the case. The Houston Rockets are tied
Houston Rockets.
at 10. Yeah, 9 and 10 at $191 million in operating income last year.
The Houston Rockets?
How about it's going to get weirder.
Okay.
The Philadelphia 76ers pulled in the 8th most money
What?
of all the franchises across the world. The Atlanta Hawks at
Oh,
7.
no way.
Yes, $203 million.
The arena's half empty every night they play.
I don't know.
Help me understand
I don't know.
this.
I don't know. Operating income for the New England Patriots, $222 million.
Got that.
Number 5 is a little bit of a cheat. The Mercedes-Benz F1 team
Oh.
at $227
I didn't
million.
think about F1.
F1's wild. I mean, it's its own thing.
Okay.
The Rams at 4 at $244
Okay,
million.
got that.
The Oilers, the Edmonton Oilers,
Oh.
at $244 million
That actually
in
tracks.
operating income. The Golden State Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
That I was like, come on, you're getting the
I
Lakers.
missed them.
you're
I
getting
got
the- I know.
got close.
They're number 2 at $409 million.
That makes sense.
And then the Dallas Cowboys, Gus's Dallas Cowboys, at $629 million in operating income.
Wow.
Like they blow everybody else out of the
That's why
water.
Jerry doesn't care about winning anymore.
I don't. It's a weird list.
They're making a ton of money.
Yeah, that might be because those teams are good at saving or something. I don't know. Because those NFL teams, a lot of times they have this crazy operating income, but their expenses are also like
merchandise sales, ticketing.
Yeah. I'm sure there are teams that make more money but don't.
I don't get the Hawks and the Rockets. That was very stunning.
No, they're good. Their owners are really good at being cheap.
Jerry Jones is frugal.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, more to go around the corner. We've got tons to deliver here for you. We're going to talk a little bit of, speaking of teams that lost to Arizona this week, BYU is heading to the Fog, man. And that's going to be a tough one.
And they've played well there.
Yes, they have.
In the times that they've gone.
And Kansas is playing better basketball than we've seen them play over the past 18 months.
It's all about AJ versus Darren. Darren Peterson's going to play.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Well, Mitch Harper's going to join us and break down a couple of things here for us right around the corner. So stay here, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.